This next part here, we want to talk about forage and water, because all living things basically need three things: food, water, and shelter in order to survive. So what type of plants should you plant? When should you plant them? Where should you plant them? These are all the questions that we want to answer for you today. Bees see in the ultraviolet spectrum of light blue, violet, yellow, and white. And overall, their sight is not too great. They see motion, that's why they're hard to catch. But they see these colors, they just see large clusters of color. And that's where they're gonna come to get some food. So, you wanna plant blue, violet, yellow, and white flowers. And you also wanna plant them obviously in a sunny location, because that's where bees like to go, where it's nice and warm. One thing you wanna remember is you want your plantings to be 3 foot by 3 foot. The larger the better, but the minimum size is 3 foot by 3 foot. Some other things to take and remember is that you want a seasonal progression of blooming. So you want your flowers to bloom in the early spring, in the summer, and in the fall. Because just like you, if you don't have anything to eat, you're gonna go elsewhere. Also, you wanna make sure that you have small flowers, bigger flowers, multiple different types of flowers as far as how long they are, how skinny they are, how big the bloom is. Because bees come in multiple sizes, ranging from a sweat bee all the way up to your bumblebee. And they all like to forage their own specific size of flower. Another thing to take away is you want to plant native plants. Recent studies have shown that native bees are much more likely to forage native plants or they are to non-native plants at a 2-to-1 ratio. The other thing we wanted to talk about right now too also is water. We talked about food, now we're going to talk about water. Bees need water. So if you're not near a water source such as a stream or a river, bees will lick some of the water off the morning dew, but it's nice to give them something to also drink when it's really hot in the day. If you have a bird bath, the easy thing to do is just put some rocks in the bird bath. They come above the water line. The bees will land on these warm rocks. They'll get to the very edge of the bird bath water, they'll drink some of the water and they fly off. If you don't put the rocks in there, they could actually land and they would actually try to land and seep the water out and they'd actually die.